Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the programs on exception handling. Learning outcome. At the end of this session, students will be able to implement a C++ program for exception handling. So in this session, we will see the problem statement. Write a program that has a class account holder to store the bank's customer name, address, balance and account type. Write the functions to print, deposit and withdraw amount. An exception must be thrown if a minimum balance of 5000 rupees is not maintained. So we will see this problem statement on the code block. So here first of all we include the header files, hash include iostream, and also we include the second header file hash include string.h. Now next we create the class. The name of the class is the account holder. Now here in the private, we declare the 4 data members: name, account type, address and balance. So name is of type character, account type is also type of character, address is again a type of character, and balance is of type float. Now in the public, we create the constructor. So the constructor is taking the 4 parameters: character star and character star AC, character star add and float BL bal. Now here in the constructor we assign the values. So here the first 3, name, account type and address, these are the character values. So here we use the strcpy function for copying the values from the parameter to the our data member. So here first of all we use the strcpy and we copy the value that is stored in the n variable to the name variable. Similarly next we use the second strcpy function for assigning the account type value that is stored in the AC to the account type data member. Third, again we use the strcpy again for assigning the address value that is stored in the add to the address variable. And last we assign the bal balance value to the balance variable. So here we initialize the data members in the parameterized constructor. Now next here we create the member function print for printing the values on the screen. So here the return type of the print function is the void. In the print function, here we only displaying or printing the information on the screen. So here first of all we use the cout for displaying the information on the screen. So cout, first of all we display the name. So cout name, and that value is stored in the name variable. Next we use the again cout for displaying the account type. So here we given the message in the double quotes account type, and that value is stored in the account type variable. Third, again we use the cout function for displaying the address. So cout, here we specify double quotes the address, and that address value is stored in the variable address. And last again we use the cout for displaying the balance information on the screen. Cout balance. So here we give the message, and that balance information is stored in the balance variable, and then we close the print function. Now next we declare the deposit function. Again the return type of the deposit is the void, and the name of the function is the deposit. So here in the deposit function, first of all we declare one variable. Here in the deposit function we declare one variable for taking the deposit amount from the user. That the name of that variable is damount1, and that damount1 variable is of type integer. Now on the screen we display the message to the user by using the cout, enter the deposit amount, and that value is stored in that value is stored in the variable damount1 by using the scene function. Now after that, whatever the deposit amount is entered by user, that amount will be added to the balance. So that's why here next statement is the balance equal to balance plus deposit amount we add to the balance amount. So this is the definition of the deposit function. So in the deposit function we take the deposit amount from the user and we add that deposit amount to the balance amount. Now next we declare the function withdraw. Again the return type of the withdraw is the void. In the withdraw, again we have to take the withdraw amount from the user. So that's why here we take the one variable w amount of type integer. Now next, here we specify the message on the screen, enter the withdraw amount by using the cout. Now we take that input from the user and that value is stored in the W amount. Now here we have to check if the balance is less than 5000, then we have to throw an exception. So that's why here we use the try and catch block. So here first of all we check, here we calculate balance equal to balance minus withdraw amount, means here we have to calculate the balance. So how we calculate balance equal to balance minus withdraw amount. After that here we use the if statement for checking if balance is less than 5000. If the balance is less than 5000, here what we do, here we add that balance with balance, in the balance we add the our withdraw amount, and here we throw the exception by using the throw keyword. So here what we throw balance. Here we throw the balance amount, and after that we close the if block and then we close the try block. Next, after throwing the exception, that exception is handled by our catch block. So here we write down the catch keyword, and in here we here we throw the balance. So here the balance is of type float. So to whatever the information, whatever the balance amount will be thrown, that is of type float. So catching that balance amount, here we declare the float variable float f, and in the catch block we given the message to the user, amount cannot be withdrawn as you will be exceeding your minimum balance. And after that we close the catch block. Next we close the withdraw function, and then we close the class definition. Now next we declare the main function. So the return type of the main is the int. In the main function we taking the input from the user, so that's why here we declare the three variables of type character, name, account type and address. And next one, here we require the balance also. So here we taking the balances of type float. After that here we taking displaying the message on the screen, enter details. So that after that we use the cout function. First of all we have to take the name of the customer. So here we use the cout, and in the double quotes we given the message a name. For next we use the scene for taking the input from the user, and that value is stored in the name variable. Similarly we use the account type from the user, so that's why here we display the message cout account type, and that value is stored in the account type variable. Next we use the address information from the user, so that's why here we use the cout to displaying the message on the screen address, and that address value is stored in the adder by using the scene. Next again we have required the balance information, so that's why here we display the message on the screen cout balance, and after that that balance value is stored in the bal variable. Here after that we create the object of the class. So here the name of the class is account holder. Here we create the object AH, and here we pass our parameter to the parameterized constructor. So here name, account type, address and balance, these values are passed to our parameterized constructor. So this is the implicit call of calling the constructor. After that, after passing the values to the constructor, now here we have to call the functions. So how we call the functions? By using the object dot function name. So here the name of the object is AH dot our function name. So first of all AH dot deposit, we call the deposit function. After that we call the print function. Next we call the withdraw function, and at last we call the print function, and then we close the main function. So this is the code for the given problem statement. Now we compile this code. Now next we run this code. Here we first of all enter the name. The name is Pooja. Account type saving. Address, balance, deposit amount 4000. After that our balance is here they show the information name, account type, address and balance. Now here they given the message enter withdraw amount. So here we enter the withdraw amount 5000. So here it shows the exception because our balance is what? We enter the withdraw amount 5000. So here they show the message amount cannot be withdrawn as we will be exceeding your minimum balance. Now after seeing this program, Can you write a program that performs calculator operation and throws the exception if an attempt is made to divide a number by 0 or if an invalid operator is applied? Pause this video and think about it. So here, first of all, here we use the cout to display the message on the screen, enter the two numbers, and that value is taken in the variables num1 and num2. After that, here we again display the message, which operation would you like to perform, and that value we store in the op character type variable. Now here we use the switch for performing the calculation operation. So in the switch we pass the op variable value. Here op is of type character. Here the first case is for the addition. Here the value is stored in the num1 and num2, and after performing the addition, that value is stored in the result variable res. And here by using the cout we display the result on the screen and we break the case. Similarly, you are writing the case for the subtraction operation. Here we use the case minus. Here again we perform the subtraction num1 minus num2, and the result is stored in the res, and after that we display the result on the screen by using the cout and we break that particular case. Next we perform the multiplication operation. So here in the case star, here we perform the multiplication operation num1 star num2, and that value is stored in the res, and then we display the result on the screen and then we break the multiplication case. Similarly, we write down the case for the writing division operation. Case divide, here we pass the symbol divide. Here we use the try catch block. In the try, here we check if num2 equal to 0. If the number 2 again it is a 0, then we have to throw the exception. So here we are using the throw, we specify the given the message divide by 0 error. If the num2 is not 0, then here in the else part we perform the division operation num1 divided by num2, and that result is stored in the res variable, and we display the result on the screen by using the cout and we break the case. Here then we close the catch block and we close the else block, and then we close the try block. After that we use the catch block for handling that exception. So here the throw keyword, here the throw is throwing the exception and here they are throwing the message. So catching this message, here we create the character type variable char star message, and then here in the catch block we display the message on the screen by using the cout. In the default we throw the error function, and after that we close this try block. Here in the catch block again we declare the catch block, and in the catch block we call the error, and in the catch block we display the message on the screen invalid operator. So this is the code for given problem statement. These are the references. Thank you.